Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. So guys, a lot of people have been wondering and insinuating why the federal government has not really been obeying court order. A lot of people have a different reasons and opinion concerning that. But there's a short video I'm going to I'll be showing you very quickly. It's just a clip from one of the interviews from the federal government, one of their people, and the man is really from APC. He was being interviewed on channels. You will hear categorically what he really said and what he meant and what has been the reason why the federal government has not really been obeying court order, most especially on Shuware's case. Basing my conclusion or my opinion concerning Shuware's case, because from Shuware's case you'll be able to know the reason why they have been reluctantly, avoiding just to obey a court order. They've been giving reasons talking about the national interest to be personal interest to national security. That's just what is really based on. But just watch it. At the end of the day, we'll still come back and do the analysis. Then you give us your own side of the whole thing. Thank you.
A lot of people who have criticized the government of the day, perhaps in this particular situation, how would you then react to the perception, perhaps on the issues of the abuse of the rule of law and the disrespect to court orders?
Well, Shaun, the truth of the matter is, look here, I'm a lawyer. I would never advocate for disobedience to court orders. I think all court orders must be and should be obeyed by all institutions, be it the executive or wherever that court order fall on. But at the same time also, let's be practical. We live in a practical world, and things are not perfect. Even governments are not perfect. That's one thing we have to understand. There are also cases where you have to also weigh in the security, the national security interest, vis-a-vis the individual rights. Yeah, you may not be the arbiter or the person that will determine which of these rights, the national security interest rights of the collective people in a country, whether it trumps the individual's right, or shall the individual's right actually continue to be upheld? I know that the government, the executive arm, should not be the one to make a call on that. But notwithstanding that, you see, not too long ago, we had the case of, Nnamdi Kanu, who was actually released on bail. Where is he today? Some people actually made a case for him to be released on bail. Some actually stood as sureties for him. And he has absconded since. He is somewhere, nowhere, nobody knows where exactly he is. And you can see the amount of damage. At least he has been meting out on the country, on the person of the president. You have seen what they have done in Germany on the person of the distinguished Senator Ike Koromadu. He and his
sorry.
So you guys, you've heard it all from the gentleman. I don't know why they try to interpret the law separately. From his own explanation that it is not it's not, it does not really lie on the executive to be able to determine what the court has said or what they feel about a situation at that particular time. If the court has said this, go about it. And a lot of lawyers have really come out to say, if you are not comfortable with that judgment, the best thing for you to do is to challenge it. And once you challenge it, if the judge says, okay, it's going to go that way, fine. If it's not still going to go that way, so be it. Then you continue from where you ought to start from. But this idea to try to justify national security as against the rule of law, the president has said it before now that instead of obeying the law, national security must supersede any form of a rule of law or any form of judgment, in as much is going to be a threat. And referring to Nnamdi Kanu, I think that's one of the things, that it's really making them not to want to release him. So does it mean they just want, or they already preempted what the judgment should be, or they are going to tell the judge what to do? Of course, that is what is playing out. If really the judge has said, or the court has said, release this man based on this, it's not really total, release or freedom per se. It's been told by the lawyer, you have to deposit his international passport, and anytime it will be brought or it will be needed at the court, you have to produce him, and which they met all those big conditions. So for you now to try to justify it has to be this because of one situation. Now you are using Nnamdi Kanu's case as a reference point for not releasing Omoyele Sowore. Every case is peculiar. Every person is different. So it has to be treated as such. So this is the mindset of many of them really working with the president, because the president has said it before now that the national security must supersede or override that of a rule of law. And he has done it over and over again. And these guys will come out and be telling you something different, because you know where they are coming from, because they are working with them, because that is where their daily bread is coming from, because they want to get one favor or the other. You will see them, try to twist a lot of things, not to make things, to put things in the proper way. You ask yourself, if these guys are on the other side, will they still be talking this way? It's very, very rare for somebody who is still going to be supporting somebody or supporting a party and saying the truth, saying things the way they are. Like he's saying himself is a lawyer, this and that. He does not support disobedience to the rule of law. Then what are you guys doing? Then why are you trying to justify it? Are you trying to say that the judge doesn't know what he's doing? Is that what you are telling us? If the executive is not taking the position of the judiciary, that you know better than they do. And it's not as if, like I said, it's not as if the judge said, okay, just release him. Definitely, he will still be coming to court, but at least obey first before complain. That is what we are being told. You need to obey first. Then if there's anything that you really want to counter concerning the judgments or concerning what you are being told to do, then you can do that later. But first and foremost, you need to obey first. If you say you are a lawyer and you don't support disobedience to the rule of law, then what are you guys doing? Why are you trying to rationalize it? That is what we are talking here. Why are you trying to rationalize it? Why are you trying to give it a different coloration? They are setting a very, very bad precedent. Just like I said, every individual is peculiar and every case is peculiar, and it has to be treated as such. So trying to use something that happened before now, and if you are talking about Nnamdi and you will say we have a DSS, we have SSS, how come was he able to leave Nigeria under your nose? If really you guys are really doing your work, most of the time the DSS man, the spokesperson Peter Funaya, will come. We have to take swing into action because that is our job to do, to make sure that things work well, to make sure that the national security is intact and all of that. So how did Nnamdi Kanu leave the country if really you guys are really doing your job in the first place? If you are doing your job, how come did he leave the country? If at all you released him and all of that, did you not collect his passport? Or what are we going to say about that? So there is a kind of something is really not adding up in that area. Sowore case is a different case and it has to be treated as such. So that's why I just want to really bring it to your knowledge that this is the reason, and they have been saying it before now and trying to bring another issue, other case, just to justify this. We still have the likes of Dasuki, still in detention. Where is he going to? Where is he coming from? Where is he where is he right now? We don't know. He doesn't even know his fate. Everybody's just quiet about it. Is he going to be left there eternally or what? What are they waiting for? Are they still doing investigation concerning Dasuki. Okay, now you are keeping Dasuki there for over 4 years, irrespective of what the person must have done, in as much the people who are in charge to take care of that case or to take care of that situation, they are there and they said this is the situation of things, release this man, then every other thing will follow. Then why are you keeping him? If you guys don't believe in judiciary, then why is the judiciary there? Somebody was saying if really they know that the judiciary is not going to be functioning, or they are not going to be believing, or they are not going to be accepting some of the things the judiciary or some of the case or some of the judgment or proclamation that will be coming from the judiciary, if you are not going to be comfortable with some of them, it is better they scrap it. Then we know that we have the legislature and the executive. If you are going to be determining what will happen at the end of the day, it's really not a good thing. And now we'll be talking about the ease of doing business in Nigeria. We want people to come, we want people to come and invest in our country with this kind of behavior. And you expect good things to come. You think you are doing the right thing. You think you are holding everybody to ransom. You think you are so strict. You are strict, and a lot of things are falling down. A lot of things are going wrong, and you think you are strict. You think that is how to run the country. Is that how to be a leader? It's very, very unfortunate. So, guys, that's just my opinion. I would like you guys to deliberate on on the position of the federal government and APC man who just talked about relating one issue to the other concerning this Showore's release. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.